What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, and today we're going to talk about Lucas Giolito. He had an amazing start yesterday, and we haven't talked about him yet. And he's actually doing one thing that's new this year. You can probably see from the headline below. But it's really good, so we're going to watch it today. Here he is in the third inning against the Royals. And he starts with a 92-mile-per-hour high fastball. And if you notice, that's actually probably a little bit more underwhelming than you expected, right? Giolito, big guy. 94 is really what he is, but he's not like this 98, 99 like his peer Carlos Rodon is. He relies on extension and his height to make that 92 look a little bit faster than it is, but it's not a fastball that's really going to overpower so much. He does keep it up though, does get a good amount of whiffs on it. It's just not this like come and hit it fastball like it is other guys. So he pairs that up with, oh my god, that's beautiful. I want to say this is the changeup, but I actually think it's a slider. No, that's probably the changeup. It's really hard to tell because if you remember yesterday, we had this glorious camera angle in Tampa Bay, and today we don't. Look at the mound is here, and this is the distance between the plate. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So it's hard to see exactly horizontal movement with this camera angle. I believe this is the changeup, and that honestly, the first pitch. Look at this. The first pitch is coming out, and it's going here. So I'm just actually going to leave this here so you can actually see with this changeup that it comes around the same spot, right? Here. And instead of staying up, I mean, this one obviously is like going to go here as opposed to there, but it falls, right? And that's a huge, huge difference. That kind of showcases the tunneling that's used with Giolito all the time. So 1-1 here. Probably go back with that. And that's a slider, I think. There's no way he's swinging at that. That's a changeup. That's a slider that falls away. And ooh, that's a very nice one. So this is playing with the same idea. Like this first one came down here. This one came here. And now it's here. It's really just like playing with this and not knowing where it's going to go. That's the old diamond. Yeah, that's a really nice slider. You can see the hump on that one. So 1-2. You just saw Dozier swing and miss twice. You kind of want to feed into that. So I would be throwing either slider or changeup, whatever you're feeling better about. I'd probably say the slider. Just make it a little bit more convincing than the last one. There it is. Beautiful. That's perfect. That's exactly it. Right, so you have the previous one over here. This one is more tempting, and this was really hard to say no to. You have to be so disciplined. You have to think, A, this is a slider, and I'm not going to swing. Or B, pick it up fast enough so then you can adjust your, I mean, you're not going to do that. You really have to be thinking slider all the way through. Or, I mean, some guys are the best. They're able to just see and identify it right away. But for Dozier, you have to be sitting that in order to resist. And that's not really what Giolito's MO has been all year. It's been fastballs and changeups. So, oof. Beautiful, beautiful pitch from Giolito. All right, so now you have one away here. It looks like they're going up and in to Michael Taylor. And he misses. That's 94. That's actually super hittable. And if I'm Michael Taylor, you probably were looking for one pitch just to get a sense of Giolito here in the third inning. It's your first at-bat against him. But, man, that's going to be the best pitch you see in this at-bat, I'm pretty sure. So now, okay, so this is what I just noticed in the last at-bat. Glove placement isn't always so helpful for predicting what it is. Because you can see right now, glove is in the middle, but we saw this in the previous at-bat. Giolito is going to start the pitch there and hoping that the movement takes it out of the zone. That's the whole idea here. And that's a changeup. So that's the same idea, is that you want to aim for this, and then it's going to fall out and down to where you want it. So when you see glove placement, it doesn't mean that that's always their intent. Now, fastball's a little bit more so, but with secondary pitches, some guys like the glove at the bottom. I liked that when I pitched. The glove in the dirt as where the end point is. But it seems like for Giolito, he prefers seeing the normal target and let the movement move away from it. That's a really beautiful pitch as a result. So now you get to 0-2, and you can throw whatever you want. I would throw the slider. Taylor hasn't seen it yet. Like, you're going to get a strikeout just like the one with Dozier if you throw that pitch again. And it looks like, again, the glove is in the middle, so that's pretty much just telling us, like, this is going to be a secondary pitch. If it's a fastball, it's going to be glove up. I don't know. I don't know if this is the changeup or slider. He's pretty much just going both ways with it, which I think is pretty cool. So we'll see. Yeah, there's a slider again. Beautiful. I mean, it's a little too far, but Obviously not. I mean, it's not ideal, but Taylor wasn't prepared for that in the slightest. So, I mean, man, this slider is not normally this kind of tool for Giolito. He's had it at times. If you remember the no-hitter he threw last year, he tried to go with the slider to get the final outs before he got the final one. Wasn't, it wasn't nearly as polished as this one. But this is the thing for Giolito over the past couple weeks has really been the changeup wasn't as great, but the slider stepped up. And really, really awesome to see that, especially knowing that Giolito's changeup will come back, and hopefully this slider is there too. I mean, it can really turn him into that 2-5 pitcher as opposed to the 3 and change that we've seen for most seasons. There's a terrible fastball, and really this entire inning he hasn't had an excellent fastball. So there's a changeup, and that's a pitch that he can just, excuse me. Sorry. That's a pitch he trusts 1-0. I mean, that has been his MO all season. His throwing changeups just over the plate, and you got to deal with this. At 1-0 as well, Lopez is going to be leaning for a heater here, and he gets completely beat by it. Nice free strike. You could probably throw a second one. Does look like they're going heater up and away, though, to set up a potential changeup. We'll see. So that's not bad. It's where they wanted to. I'm a little surprised that the glove was as low as it was. I mean, really, up and away and down and away are both better than 95 in middle. But, I mean, I get it. Like, look, if you throw it here, it does make it easier to tunnel for this. But, I mean, this is, for me personally, glove placement is a huge, huge deal. For some pitchers, they kind of don't really need it. And hey, that's fine. I'm happy you threw 95 instead of 92. You got a foul ball. It wasn't a terrible pitch. Like, that works. You can do really what you want here. Either go up with a fastball, change up down and away. Maybe even a backdoor slider if you're feeling that. Lopez would not swing at a backdoor slider right now. We'll see what they go with. Change up looks like. Oh no, they go for that breaker. And yeah, he misses it completely. So now it looks like either front door fastball or maybe a slider down and in. Oh man, that's beautiful. I mean, that's a really, really, really good pitch. So it does seem to me that Giolito does better with glove placement middle as everything sails up. So that's probably what that was. It wasn't actually, the glove wasn't saying, hey, go here. Like, you're trying to escape this up. That's my takeaway from this. Jaco DeRizzi, by the way, loves down and away targets, and then the ball just sails up. So, really, really awesome pitch here. Jammed him up and in 2-2. You can't take this, but you can't do anything except fist it off. Goes to Makata. You have the inning. Done. And that's really Giolito in a nutshell. Maybe a little bit more so slider heavy than we're used to. But those fastballs are going to be up a ton. Changeup's confidently thrown for a strike. And that slider, if that's a legit weapon moving forward, I mean, he's going to be unbearable for everybody inside of the AL Central. But that's going to do for today's pitcher video breakdown. As always, you should be checking these out on Twitch, twitch.tv/pitcherlist, every single Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. You can ask all the questions you want. We can watch more video than we actually put out on this YouTube channel. It's up to you. But come hang out. It's an awesome time. But that's going to do it for today. So as always, may your BABIP be low and your strikeouts high.